Hi everyone, so in this video we will now write the first C++ program, that is Hello World. So let's begin. And what we are going to do, you need to open Sublime Text and you need to create a new file. Let's save this file first and let us give it a name, helloworld.cpp. Okay. So this creates a new C++ file, right? So you can use any text editor, you can use the GCC compiler to compile it and run it, right? Or you can use any online IDE as well, or you can use some other IDs like code blocks or any other IDE to run the code, right? So let's write some boilerplate code that is part of every C++ program, right? And I will explain you what these statements mean. And right, so far you have learned about flowcharts, right? And you have also learned about pseudocode, right? And in flowcharts and pseudocode, we have seen the two components to execute a flowchart or a pseudocode is the start of the flowchart and a termination condition in a flowchart, right? So in C++, whenever you write a code, it starts from this line number 6, int main. Anything that you write in a C++ file, it always starts from this line int main and it finishes at this line return 0, right? So return 0 is equivalent to the exit statement you have written, or this is equal to the start statement that you have written, right? So all your code, all your logic, input, output, processing will go inside this block, right? And let me talk about what is this IO stream. So IO stream stands for input output stream. So it's called a header file, right? So it includes important functionality that is used to input and output your code, right? So this is a header file, and this line means the notation that we are going to follow is based upon the standard namespace of C++. So this is also included every time, right? So it means we are using the standard C++ namespace. Okay, the naming part is done according to the standard namespace, right? So let's talk about the very first instruction, that is the output instruction. So in this program, we are not going to do anything except outputting a single line, right? So we are going to say, okay, cout hello world, that's it. So this will show us output of hello world on our screen, followed by a new line character, right? So new line character you can give like this, or you can also give endl. So endl means we want to end this line, so this output will appear in a single line, that's it, right? Or you can do this, but it will not terminate your line, right? So I'm just terminating my line with endl, right? So this is how you can build a simple C++ program that executes a single instruction, hello world, right? It is going to output a single string, hello world, right? And this cout is a special object that is included with this file iostream. The role of this object is to print this thing to the output console, right? So cout means you are outputting something on the output console. Now let us see what is the output console, right? So whenever you're going to write code in C++, it is going to involve 2-3 things, right? So one thing is you will have an ID to write the code. Another thing is you will have a compiler, G++ compiler. Let me show you. If you want to build the code with Sublime, and if you have installed a GCC, you can press Command B to compile your code, or you can install the required packages if you don't have in your system. So finished in 1 second, which means the code is now compiled, right? So once you compile the code, you go to the directory where you have saved the codes. In my folder, in my case, I'm saving my codes in this directory, sample codes, right? So if I want to see what all files are there, right? So I can do ls. So ls shows me there is a file called helloworld.cpp. So remember, ls is a Linux command. If you are using Windows, you will use this command dir to see what is the contents of the directory, right? And you can use cd command to switch between different directories, right? So I'm in this folder now, coding blocks. So I'm in the documents folder, I'm in the coding blocks folder, And if I want to go to this folder sample codes where I'm storing these codes, I have to do cd sample codes. So now I am in the sample codes folder, right? And if I do ls, I can see I already have these files, right? So hello world.cpp, and this is the file that is being generated after the compilation process, right? So it is an executable file, and we are going to execute this file now. So in Linux, you can execute files by using /. So let me just run this file. So you can see the output on the console, hello world. So this is how you can run your C++ program. So let us make some changes here, and instead of saying hello world, let's say hello everyone, right? And let us try to run our code again, right? You will see the output is not changing. Why? Because every time we change our code, we have to go through the build process once again. So let us build our code once again, command B, and this time it took 0.4 seconds. So let's run it, and now you can see the output is hello everyone, right? So this is as simple to run the C++ code, and I hope you will also write your first C++ program now.